Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Kal,
I'm Huey.
and it's been a couple of weeks since we watched the Caped Crusader. I believe that's the right title. Huey will correct me if I'm wrong, though, since he is the
Yes,
major
Batman,
Batman fan.
yes, Batman Caped Crusader released on Amazon Prime.
Okay, so did you watch the original growing up?
The animated series, yes, I did.
Oh, okay, so I didn't. So this is actually my first introduction to this show. Um, I grew up watching all kinds of different things like Power Rangers, Superman, Teen Titans. I never really got into the Caped Crusader, mostly because I didn't like his costume, and if I don't like the character's costume, I just won't watch. It's stupid, I know, but it's just the way my brain was operating as a child. I did love Batman Beyond though back in the day. Absolutely love that series. And I kind of hate that Sony was kind of, I don't know, whoever was developing, they were kind of like in pre-production to get that Batman Beyond movie made in the same art style as the way they do Spider-Man. Man, I feel like we missed out on something great. Just judging by those screenshots that they showed. But yeah, since you are a major Batman fan, just let me know what you thought about it.
So, well, knowing that Matt Reeves was like executive producer and had some involvement, I was looking forward to it.
Likewise.
So,
And JJ
like
Abrams,
overall,
which I didn't expect.
yeah. So I noticed there were some characters that wasn't the same compared to the comic books, which is fine. But overall, I liked the season.
Yeah, I thought
Uh,
I thought it was really pretty good. It started off pretty slow. I wasn't really feeling it in the beginning, but it definitely, I started to really enjoy it by like the fourth or fifth episode. I was actually locked in by then. I couldn't wait to go to the next episode. What did you think about, when you saw the Iceberg Lounge and you saw the Penguin? And when I first saw it, I thought that this woman was like dressed up as the Penguin and was just putting
yeah.
on like a performance for the people. But then I found out that she's actually Penguin. I was like, this is a different direction I am not used to. What did you think about that?
Yeah, that took me off guard because I wasn't expecting. I was thinking, is one of the sons. I thought like one of the sons was going to be like the Penguin.
Right, exactly.
It took me off guard, so I wasn't expecting that either. I think it paid off well. It was a good execution. So
Yeah, because she was always like scolding her sons, and like you could tell she was just like this old mean lady, just very what's the word, like bristly. Like she acted like a mob boss completely. But then like her two stupid sons that she carried around with her, and she was just so brutal. She even just killed one of them. Like, good God. And then come to find out that wasn't even the one that betrayed her.
yep, it was good. I did like the fact that they started off as the hostile. So when Batman first started in his early years, there was hostile between him and the police. I'm kind of glad they kept on with that pattern.
Yeah, I do enjoy that. And I also liked in the beginning where people were like speculating if they have seen the Batman or not. Like he's kind of like this mysterious like omen that people were discussing. Not sure if he's real or just people are just making him up. But yeah, I do enjoy that. I do not like, one thing I did not really care for was Catwoman's like origin story, because she basically did not get one. You can help me with my memory here, but from what I can remember, we know that she's having a hard time with funds because didn't her dad get locked up?
Yes. Now in the comics, I know her dad is Carmine Falcone.
Okay.
From the Long Halloween, has always been implied that Falcone is her dad.
Okay.
And in the video games, it was like not Easter egg, but like small references that allude, like imply that that's her dad.
Okay.
There's no mention of Falcone being her father, so I don't know if that was a show trying to imply, oh, Falcone's in jail.
Oh yeah, well they could be. I mean, you never know. But I just like they don't give any reason as to like how she knows like martial arts. I guess if you can say like her dad could have taught her, or because he's a crime boss, so she learned how to fight, I guess. But you know, being able to perfectly cut a circle into the jewelry glass, like we didn't get no introduction as to how she learned any of that. She immediately just starts going around stealing stuff, and her costume, I did not like that at all. I know it's like keeping with like the original style, but my god, it was corny. And on top of that, her car, my god, that was atrocious. But yeah, I know they only have like a certain amount of episodes to get these stories fleshed out, but I just felt like they could have gave us a little bit more with her, because there was just nothing. They plunged us right into it. I did like the way they show how the police start to actually trust Batman. I like the episode where they're chasing around. What's the flame guy? What's his name?
Well, he's not as Firefight, but they call him Firebug.
Firebug. Yeah, Firebug. I like that scene where Batman is going through the building, and then like Gordon has the gun on Batman, but when Batman turns around, he's carrying 2 children with him. And then he tells Gordon there's more inside the building. So he's kind of like building the trust with the cops while they're dealing with like these very intense situations. And I did like that. What did you think about like Harley, where he completely took the Joker out of that equation? Because from what I can remember, Harley has always been synonymous with the Joker, and Harley used to be the Joker's psychologist, right? And the Joker manipulates her, and Harley falls in love with the Joker. Correct? That's how it used to.
I remember that. I remember that from that's a plot from Arkham Origins.
Okay. What about the comic books? Is there any other storyline that I'm not familiar with?
Well, I remember Harley Quinn becomes Harley Quinn when she meets with Joker. So this is a change.
It's fine. I didn't really have a problem with it. I did like the fact that Bruce was going to get... I did like those moments where she can tell that he's putting on a mask. He's not really being who he says he is. The fact that Bruce he might be the Batman, but he still has some mental problems he needs to sort out. He still has some trauma he hasn't dealt with, obviously, by gallivanting as a bat at night. There's obviously some deep trauma in him if you decide to do that. Also, I was thrown off by how he was calling Alfred Pennyworth. I was like, okay, so you guys don't have that type of relationship yet. He doesn't really respect Alfred enough at this point. But I do like towards the end, he calls Alfred by his first name, how we're used to him treating his butler. I also like the scene where Lucius Fox and Alfred are just, joking around. And I don't forget what Bruce says. He was like, I don't know, I'm kind of uncomfortable with how, friendly you guys are with one another. And Lucius was like, well, I actually treat, staff like they're people, Bruce. Something that you should be doing. I like that. Checking him in real time. But, yeah, I did like those aspects. But I feel like I've been rambling. What else did you like?
One of the strong points from the season for me was the Bazooka, aka Clayface.
Yeah, I enjoyed that as well.
Yeah, cause I like the origin story, how he meets, there's a couple origin stories, but I like the one where he goes to someone to get it changed, his face changed so he can fit in with the film industry, and then it takes an effect on his face.
Yep, I enjoyed that.
So, yeah. So the Basicolo, usually there's like the large clay face, like the massive comic book version.
Yeah, I know what
this
you're
one
talking
is
about.
more. Yeah, this one is the Golden Age version. So he still has like a, how can I describe it? Like a human body. So he has like a normal body, but the only thing that changes is his face.
Yeah, I enjoyed that storyline. I thought it was pretty grounded too, because it fits within, you know, that noir style, like detective. Like I said, just really grounded storyline. Not going
but
over
not
the
too
top.
grounded,
Yeah,
not too grounded, because I still like, because I know I still like when shows do fantastical. So I don't want it to be too
right.
grounded where everything's realistic. Because if you have a Clayface is a villain where it can't be grounded. Like he's changing appearance, changing his face, so it can't be grounded at all. It has to be fantastical in some way. So I like the fact they were the Golden Age version of Clayface.
And we did get fantastical with that, the guy riding around on the ghost horse. I didn't really care for that episode much because it kind of like, I don't like when I'm watching, like I said, going back to like a grounded storyline.
Yeah.
And then like magic is introduced. Like I know magic exists within like these worlds, but it's like when that episode came on, it was like you being plunged into cold water because I wasn't expecting. I was like, I don't really care about this. Like I don't want to see no magic ghost and Bruce trying to fight a magic ghost. Can't fight no ghost. Can't punch no ghost.
What did you think of the magic episode, the Nocturne episode, Natalia Knight?
Remind me what that was.
It was like she would. So it was the carnival episode when orphans would go missing.
Oh, okay, yeah, I actually liked that episode. And I really liked the end where Batman still sees her as like a child that's struggling to deal with her powers, and like the girl is like she's burning from the sunlight. And Batman picks her up and puts his cape. I love that. Like, it's showing more of Batman's human side. And it reminds me at the end of the Batman, the one that Matt Reeves did, the live action one. With what's his name? Twilight Boy. What's his name?
Twilight Boy.
Yeah, my God. I'll put his name on the screen. I don't remember him. I can't think of his name right now, but I liked at the end where after the city was flooded, Batman is still staying around and helping the civilians. He's not just going back to his cave after defeating the villain. He's actually helping the police out. I enjoyed that. I like that a lot. And I like any instances where they show, Batman just being a good guy. I like that. Instead of just beating on.
There was an Easter egg. There was an Easter egg as well. So the three kids, one of them was called Dickie. Was a reference to Dick Grayson. So Dick Grayson used to, when he was younger, he worked. He was like, his family was like worked in a carnival. They were like an acrobatic family.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, Dick Grayson. Okay, he was the first robber, but he became Nightwing. One of the other kids was called Jace. That may be a reference to Jason Todd.
Okay. Yeah, I did not catch any of that.
And then the third one was called Carrie, who was known as the female Robin in Dark Knight Returns animated film.
Well, I appreciate that. I did not catch any of that. But I thought Jason was the first Robin. He was the second one.
So the first one was Dick Grayson, who becomes Robin. Then he turns into Nightwing. Then there was second one was Jason Todd. Okay. Then obviously he dies and then resurrects, becomes from I think Under the Red Hood, the comic.
Yeah, I actually I love that movie.
Yeah, then it was Tim Drake, who was the third Robin. Then there's Jace. Oh, sorry, Carrie, who she's the female Robin from Dark Knight Returns. Then there's the fifth one, Damian Wayne, who's Bruce Wayne's and Talia al Ghul's son.
Yeah. Batman, he should have stopped after the second one. Because after, I'm like, my God, you didn't learn after that one. You probably should just stop taking kids off the street. and putting them in suits. I mean, it's not really working, Batman. And now we're on the 5th one. And he can't keep his hands off the women, apparently, either. It's
Yeah, but Bruce Wayne's known as the, like, that's his, was, that's his, like, public persona, is known as the Playboy.
Right. I also like the fact that he sees that as his actual mask. He sees himself as Batman. He sees Bruce Wayne as the mask. I also like that little scene where he goes overboard. Like he jumps in the pool in the iceberg lounge to get away from the Penguin because he was snooping around. And then when he climbs overboard, he talks to Barbara. He makes some little joke. I don't forgot what it was. Do you remember? It's not a party until somebody gets thrown overboard or some shit. Just a really throwaway line. And then Barbara doesn't really say anything about it. But then like 2 other like girls come up and he just repeats the same line. Just letting you know that he's just playing a part. He's not really being himself. But yeah, I like those little tidbits.
What do you think of when there was a bounty and then Onomatopoeia came?
There was a bounty. I'll say it again.
There was a bounty on Jim. So they thought it was Jim Gordon was the bounty, but it was actually Barbara Gordon.
Yeah, I like that.
And also, there was like a hit squad. So the comic book villain Onomatopoeia.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I love that storyline. I also loved Harvey's storyline too, like his whole descent into like being Two-Face and him struggling to like keep that anger in check, while also telling Barbara, you know, you just gonna have to let me die because I do not want to. Like I'm tired of dealing with the other half. You're gonna have to do something. And Barbara's like, no, I know you're a good person, even though you're giving me a headache. And like she's still trying not to give up on Harvey, even throughout all the stuff that he's done. But yeah, I love that whole storyline. I thought that was really well done and well written.
What do you think of Dent's origin as becoming Two-Face? There's been so many variations of Two-Face. What do you think of his origin story?
You said Dent who?
Harvey Dent's origin story. What do you think of it?
Yeah, I loved it.
Because Two-Face, okay. There'd be so many versions of how he becomes Two-Face. I was wondering, what do you think of this one?
Right. I even liked the way that they did it in The Dark Knight. I thought that was a really good, very creative way of showing how he got his face burnt off. I thought that was really well done. They took their time with him, and I liked the way they took their time in this one as well. But yeah, like I said, the season got stronger the further I got into it. I had a good time with the series. What would you rate it? 1 out of 10?
I'll give it a 7 out of 10. We can't forget. I know he's like a big reveal at the end. We can't forget the Joker cameo at the final episode.
Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, I think 7 is fair. I would give it a 7 as well. I don't know if I rewatch it because honestly, I don't have any. I have too many things to watch, too many things to stream and catch up with. But I really think if you're a big Batman fan, I think you'll love the series. There's plenty of fun to be had by watching it, and something to introduce your kids to. But yeah, I had a good time with it. Any last thoughts?
I'm just looking forward to the next season. There was a Deadshot cameo as well.
Really?
Caped Crusader. Yeah.
Where was that at?
I think it was the episode where the hit was put out on the Barbara Gordon.
Oh, okay. I definitely didn't catch anything there.
And also there was another cameo for Killer Croc during the Carnival episode.
Do you remember where was that?
I think it was when Bruce Wayne was trying to find the kids, and then a group of the people working at the carnival noticed him. He's just wandering around, so they just attack him.
Oh, okay.
So it's one of the characters. It looks like you can tell it's Waylon Jones because obviously he has the green skin as well, so you can tell it's him.
Oh, okay. I just can't imagine like during that scene where he's getting beat up. He has to take those punches to still appear like he's Bruce Wayne and not Batman. The self-control, we gotta give it to him.
Would you give it out of 10?
7 out of 10. Same as you. That's what I was thinking of before you even said it.
Why would you give it a 7?
It's just great. 8 when I'm rating something. 8 to 10 is like great for me. 7 is good. I had a good time. I'm not like over the top hype for like the second season, but I will watch it because I think it provides good discussion. But 7 is good to me. But yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Looking forward to the next season.
It definitely is fair. But thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you listening to us ramble about the things we love. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss the episode. And we'll catch you on the next video. Bye, guys. Say bye, Huey.
Bye.
Good God.